Well, hello. How's everyone doing out there? A little YDBT daily. Took a day off yesterday to talk to Jake and hammer some things out on the on the truck. Catch up with what's going on with Power by the Hour. They're busy as hell, and I want to make sure that you know I showcase that they're insanely busy lately with complete packages and coyote swaps. And what I thought would happen, or what we thought would happen, actually did happen. Where all of a sudden people got scared with the ICE stuff, the EPA stuff, and people started swapping cars like crazy. Especially the F100 is hot as fuck. So is also the Bronco game. The old school Bronco game seems to be hot as fuck. So before we get into it too much, I want to mention a couple of things. First of all, we all know that Two Auto Solutions has been the first and only sponsor of the show, like legitimate sponsor. But in the last week, I was hammering out a deal with the Parts Farm, right? A brand new logo you guys see on the top right there. The Parts Farm. If you guys don't know who the Parts Farm is, if you've never heard of the Parts Farm, you might want to, get out of your house once in a while. The Parts Farm is where all you see you guys ever see these things where people have complete, like a brand new 2020 GT500 for sale, that someone like smashed into a pole, but it has a bunch of good parts. Well, where they usually get it is the Parts Farm. If you've never heard of the Parts Farm, I'm telling you, he started reaching out to me, and I'm like, I've heard of the Parts Farm. And you know where I've heard of the Parts Farm is? Where a lot of people buy their coyote swap stuff. They end up going and saying, okay, I want to just get everything one-stop shop, meaning the harness, meaning everything. And they go to places like the Parts Farm, or actually the Parts Farm. And right here, look at Shelby GT350 complete running driving pallet. Okay, everything you need to get it to go. Now, if you want this on a car to actually move and go forward and drive, you have to connect everything. Remember, guys, everything. Even though it's a manual and it's easier, a lot of people that buy this stuff from the Parts Farm, they think, oh, it's bolt on and go. It is if you put every single little thing on, but usually on swap parts, you're going to need, like an engine harness here, there from Power by the Hour, especially if it's 6R80. Do they have a price on this guy? $21,000 for a complete running, driving Voodoo drivetrain. Meaning, if you're really good and patient about shit, I'm telling you, you could probably sit there and hammer this sucker out and have, I gotta switch this up, and probably have a good running, driving Voodoo in whatever you want. You got the money, bro, you can get it done. And they are the ones that usually sell like complete coyote swaps with TVS's, Camaro stuff, Corvette stuff, complete 2020 cars. So if they have a huge catalog, and yes, this is a commercial, guys. So I want to thank the Parts Farm for becoming the newest and latest sponsor of the show. I appreciate that. Now on the logo, I got to work on the logo because I can't put two logos at the same time. You know what I mean? I got Two Auto Solutions and I got the Parts Farm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my fancy schmancy setup here, and I'm going to go ahead and make a logo that contains both, so that file keeps growing the more sponsors we have. And we do it live. We don't mess around.
Stupid.
We do everything live. We do plugs live. So
we'll do it live.
Thank you.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks.
So thank you, the Parts Farm, for becoming the latest and greatest sponsor of the show. It's Two Auto Solution and the Parts Farm. I love you guys. It's a nice deal that we hammered out, and I hope that you guys get some play off of this, and hopefully it's worth your while and you appreciate, it's a mutually beneficial situation, which, by the way, I found out with online dating means that you're looking for a sugar daddy and you're a sugar baby. So when a woman says on a dating site, mutually beneficial situation, that means she's looking for a sugar daddy, plain and simple. So thank you, the Parts House. For now, I'm going to keep the Two Auto Solutions sign up. We're all alternated during the show so that both of them get equal play. Okay, so we're going to say hi to the people here that talk some shit about Ford. Ford supposedly is like, oh, we're gonna patent a strain gauge. They literally are out there patenting something that already exists in the racing community, meaning a strain gauge. Yes, there'll be a third pedal for like aggressive launches, but when you go to shift and pull on the shifter, it'll, actuate some kind of slave that allows the, going into a shift, the manipulation of the shifter without the clutch, making it even less and less It's an automatic at this point, bro. Like, I get it. The guys that have H pattern, Billy Badass cars, they don't have synchroed transmissions. So clutching in between the shifts on a 2200 horsepower car, it's probably not ideal. So they have a strain gauge setup. Get that 100%. But on a fucking street car, you can't just push the clutch in. Maybe it's a production thing. Maybe they're going to cut back on production and less parts that are, they have to put in a car, the better. If they can just replace the pedal slave and all this hydraulic fluid with a switch of some sorts, then maybe in terms of the assembly line, that's one less thing you got to fuck with. And but I'm like, oh, so you guys are basically doing a strain gauge. Anyway, let's say hi to the people here. We'll talk about Ford. What's Ford going to reinvent now? They're going to patent a fucking parachute on cars? Get the fuck out of here. Jared Wells in the house, Boost Lee, John Shoemaker, JD Swag, Denzel, Mahdi 5.0, Eliza's SI50, asking about fuel pumps, I'm sure. Andrew Martin, Andy Ali, Paul H., Harley McDonald, Brett Burke, Agent Orange, Nicole Bellick, Gonzo the Great, Gallo Bravo, Brett Burke, I already got Juan Arturo Velez, Toledo de la Hoya, Coyote Fury, Mike Rodriguez, Mustang Lifestyle, Innocent New Age, Cluster BM, Josh Roy, Bondobird. Ford must have seen me try to shift and decided enough was enough. You are 100% right on that. Did I do something with the commentary thing that makes it look smaller? Because now I click on this shit and it looks smaller. Maybe there it is. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I'll do it on classic and then we can make sure all are big over here so everyone can see everyone's fucking face. What's good, dude? Says Angel Puerto Rico, and they hold their value. David what? Venus. Isaac Castro, what up, him? Fresh Pasteles, Fresh Pastelazos right next to him. Boosted G3, Pepino 7 up. Jay Beza, Hashim Aman, says Mike J. Hung So Low, TBE King with the wrench. Douche did it. Rape Date, Ali Al Husani, Caddy V, Gordon Camerling, it's just a dick. And Zane Mustang in the house. Nice to see him here again. OG fan. Mike Crow and Nestor A10 S550, Giuliani, Jared Wells, Lance Lipping. Okay, guys. So, what do you guys think about Ford trying to reinvent basically a strain gauge? Like, it's literally a strain gauge. Basically, okay, for you guys that don't know what that is, which I can't imagine, you can stop at a light, clutch in, put it in first, and take off. And then on the next gear change, the top, when you pull on the shifter, it'll have something on the shifter or the lever or trans that will sense you trying to make another shift, and it will disengage the clutch and then re-engage it once it's in gear without you having to push the pedal in. Now, the problem is going to be really fast shifts. How is that going to work with a synchronized transmission and really fast shifts? We all know stock Ford clutches are ass. Try to shift a bone stock clutch in a Mustang over 7,000 RPMs. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to probably break shit, wear shit early. Synchros are going to not be happy because it cannot disengage the clutch fast enough. Now, if it cures that problem, I'm still not okay with it. Because what cures that problem? What cures high RPM lockout? A new fucking clutch. So you're going to say, oh my God, a new fucking clutch is going to fix this. Is this strain gauge situation going to fix that? Because when you get a tune, about the last thing you want to do is hold back on the shift. Someone just dropped $100, so I got to say hi to the dude. Miguel just ordered my Whipple kit. I was told 12 to 14 weeks, but I'm not getting my hopes up. When Whipple tells you a timeline, multiply that shit by 3. It's like asking a girl's body count. How many men you been with? 3, that's 9. 4, that's 12. 5, that's 15. 10, that's 30. Whipple says 14 weeks, 80. Thank you for $100, Miguel. I really appreciate you. I hope you get your Whipple kit. They're supposedly expanding, and I'm like, what are you expanding? Your back order department? Oh man, unbelievable. So it's just another way to keep the manual alive because millennials don't want to push another pedal. I think now they're Gen Z, dude. We're up to Gen Z now. Millennials are old motherfuckers now. What if you power shift by preloading the shifter with your hand to get the next gear, then kick in the clutch? Hey, that's going to happen. Imagine if you try to kick the clutch in and yank back, and what will the car do? Let's say you leave it to the floor and you pull back on the shifter. Will it let you shift? Do you have to let off the gas, burp the throttle temporarily and let the strain gauge do its thing? I don't know. Ford is saying it'll predict your shift. It'll predict your shift. Boy, that'd be awesome. That'd be ridiculous. Look, then you'll understand that why I think a clutch in class should matter. I understand why a clutch in class should matter, because it is a driver class. Not to say that guys that have an H pattern and a strain gauge and 5,000 horsepower are not drivers. I'm just saying when you're clutching in, it's just an extra bit of dancing and tap dancing you have to do to get that sucker in a shift. Wesley Evans went 790s, it's kicking the clutch, no strain gauge, kicking that fucking clutch. Love that shit. It'll shut the engine off between shifts just like auto start BS. Fuck that. Order what Beefcake got in stock. What is talking about? That's what I'm saying. Is okay. Nothing has spurred on more sales for Paxtons, Odins, and even, believe it or not, the Roush.
You're going to twist up and down his shaft and suck the head at the same time.
Suckiest. That thing is selling. It is selling. You want to give everyone else sales? Stop fucking around with your lead times. What is the backup? What is the backup?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
If it's made in USA,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
if the foundries are open, if everyone is back to work, why aren't parts getting out? I don't know. When Jake has, every speed drive kit Jake has at Power by the Hour, every bracket kit, every upfit kit is made 100% in the USA. You can drive down to Lake Worth and then a couple of other places where he sources this shit, and them guys hammer it out. The only thing that messes up someone like a Jake is the amount. He cannot keep up with the amount. So he has to say, hey, machine shops, let's start kicking up the amount. So you know what he does? He's a smart boy. He goes, let me predict based on last year's POs. Let me predict my sales forecasting your sales. Let me do that and make sure that we have plenty on the shelf so we never have this happen again. He's never had that happen again. The only back order he's ever had is things that Ford back order, like harnesses based on chip shortages and all this other bullshit. Unreal. Alex, what do you think about Suncoast clutches for the 10R80? I have not had any personal experience with them, but everything, look, Exetti, Ray Bestis, what's Suncoast going to do different? I don't know, but I haven't heard anything one way or the other. But if all you need is basically better material, I think if you get Exetti, Ray Bestis, it doesn't matter. It's all going to do the same shit at the end of the day. It's all going to command the shift where we want it to. That's it. Not one is going to make or hold more power than the other. That's just not how it works. Because it's all about the tuning. Plain and simple, it's all about the tuning, guys. I went to Jake's shop the other day, and he goes, Alex, you see all those 5 transmissions right there? See those 5 transmissions right there? I go, yeah. He goes, all the same tuner. I go, is it Lund? He goes, fuck no. So I reached out and said, yo, you good? What's going on? This is, you good? So, it's all about the tuning. Let's be honest. Well, kind of want a BJ like that. Okay, what the fuck's he talking about? I might have to slow down this put this bitch on slow mode. Suncoast uses Ray Bestis material as a primary material. There you go. So if it's a Ray Bestis or Exetti, it's going to perform the same. And if Suncoast has clutches and no one else does, guess what? The same problem that's going to happen with Whipple. They don't have shit. Then Roush sales going to kick up. Paxton and Vortex sales are going to kick up. A lot of shit is going to start to kick up. Once in a while, I'm just going to switch the brand just to give everyone equal play. Do you know what I'm saying? California will not allow union truckers to do shit. Also, they have to have emissions compliance and run in that state. Move. If your business is being choked by something that is not under your control, move. Oh, but we've been here. Okay, cool. Then have 80-weight lead times. Have at it, brother. Let's see how that shit goes. Fucking dog's going crazy outside. Because again, we have a pit bull fighting ring next to me. Beefcake's in the house. He is in the house. What tuner was it that broke 5? What will I ever name names, guys? You think I'm gonna name names? Come on, how stupid do you think I am? I mean, don't answer that question. But I'm not one to just be like, oh, stupid, this guy. Come on, dumbass. And people get mad at me because I don't name names. Could you imagine customers getting mad at me because I don't name names, opening myself up for bullshit? Come on, man. I'm smarter than that. You know what the deal is out there. You should know by now who runs this shit. Period. But you guys want to keep playing games and you don't want to upgrade to the RTD and I wanted this guy and this guy's the best NA and this guy sucks my dick at 3 a.m. Have at it, bro. Have at it. Then you're gonna be like, what's that smell? Sasso transmission fluid, dumbass. No fuel pump question. Saving for the 4 Innovations Level 2 fuel system. Might affirm that bitch. You know what I'm going to do? Because I don't want to make the white car a race car. I'm going to just get a replacement pump and see if that fixes it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to see because I have a sneaking suspicion Gen 3 fuel pumps are fucking trash. Some cars, I don't want to put a D-Torx 400 in that bitch. Fuck that. Take that apart, put the transfer tube. No. Make a drop-in module that has a 465 in it. Make a drop-in module that has a 465 in it. Nope, they don't do that shit. Got some niddles with my tax money. Tax money? What tax money? Shit. Gordon Kemmerling, the big kit has extra clutches. Got it. Got some. Already got that. What was the most sold power adder for Mustangs? The most sold power adder for Mustangs? Superchargers. Plain and simple. Paxton and Vortec kits are fucking nuts in my ticket system on my end. I don't know what Brandon's got going on. I don't know what Dakota's got going on. But in my ticket system, nothing but Paxton and Vortec kits flood my shit. Second Shift Racing says, got to ride in a platted SET. Shit's fast, but I didn't know they had heat soak like heat soak like ice. Yes, the batteries get hot. Little card on the mic says, funny, Johnny Monkey, is this tuner hot? Okay. A GT500 owner I know had his something control arm break for the second time in 2 years. Not the bushing, but the dead asshole arm. Hey, people think I'm full of shit, man. Go ahead. You think I talk out of my ass when it comes to certain parts? Bullshit. All you need to know is who it's not and go with them. Hey, Ford More Performance, that's very good. It's not Lund. So there you go. And I'm not going to name who it ain't because then I'll leave one out and you'll go, oh, okay, I get it. Would a 15 to 17 fuel pump work? I don't know because if you look at, I don't know the liters per hour difference, and I don't know that the factory connection to these from the saddle to the other side of the tank, sending unit and FPDM connection. I don't know if any of that shit is all the same. Did you get the niddles in hand or on the wait list? Okay. Cuban Coyote says, getting a Ken Bell Mustang ready for you guys. That's why I've been looking for an N-Gauge. Oh, no, Ken Bell. Is it a 2.8, a 3.2, or a 3.6, or a 4 something? Why do you think there's absolutely zero centrifugal superchargers from the factories? Why do you think there are zero centrifugal superchargers from the factories? I don't know. That's a good question. I think it has to do with packaging, to be honest with you. If you were to change, look, I'm going to be straight honest with everybody because I'm not bought and sold by anybody. I love Vortec. Vortec's badass shit. The belt change on a Vortec is fucking Freddie Mercury 1980 hardcore AIDS. I mean, I am telling you, the amount of bullshit you got to go through to put a belt on or swap a belt is absolute ass. But I love the head unit. I love where it sits. I love everything. But they have redundancy built in, which I think is a little extreme. I think there could be a ton of paring down on the Vortec kit when it comes to the tensioner system, the bracket system, the amount of bolts in the fucking bracket, and how the belt routes. I just think there's a lot in there. Deceptive's Garage says, tax return, not getting a damn thing back. And my wife has decided she wants our daughter in private school. I'm owing money. I've owed money for the last 6 years. I heard Ford was going to do the strain gauge for the 10 or 80 owners. Beefkit says like 5 different gears. Gordon Cameron. I replaced my Gen 3 pump with an OEM one. Alex, good luck with yours. There you go. Thank you, sir. Let's see. It's not cheap either. It's not cheap, but I'm not going to put a fucking 4 innovations. I would love to, but then it's going to make that car a race car. I want to live on pump gas or race gas, and that's it. And just be able to tool around and be a happy cat. That might be worth looking into if the Gen 3 pumps are shit. That's what I mean. What I want to do is, I know mine's shit. I know the one in my 2018 is shit. I know people like Timothy Fush and Eliza's SI50 have shit pumps, and they're all Gen 3 cars. Something is up with the Gen 3 fuel pump from the factory. And they say, well, how come these issues didn't pop up on pump gas? NA guys have had the P008A or something like that, like low fuel rail pressure code pop up on their Gen 3 Mustang, especially with the Gen 3 cams and E85, because it's flowing a lot of air and it's demanding a lot more from the pump. So they go, when I go back on pump gas, I don't have issues. When I go on E85, I have issues. And I go, that's because your fuel system is taxed more with ethanol than pump gas, 100%. Actually, 30%. Some of the Sea-Doos come with Century's stock. Believe it or not, Ford reached out to Vortec Paxton before Roush Whipple, and they turned it down. If you can believe that, I cannot believe that. The only reason I think they turned it down, Beefcake, is maybe they couldn't support the amount and maybe the price. Because I'm sure Ford was like, I'd love to have a centrifugal in our shit, but it can't cost us more than this much. And Vortec and Whipple was like, no, fuck all that. Pretty much have to take everything off to put a belt on. That's what I mean, Jared Wells. That is the biggest drawback of that system. On a belt change, we go through the bottom decompressed bracket, drop on pulley out, and change from underneath. About 15-minute belt change. Beefcake, do it. From the bottom, do it. No talking. Ready, set, go. And don't take it to Brian at finish line. The guy's a fucking wizard. Some regular schmo like me. That, like a regular customer that would not change the belt. Have a regular guy that has some mechanical aptitude change that belt. 15 minutes? Yep, owing money every year, earning interest off their dime. V3 is where it's at for a nice little blower for a Mustang, says Paul H. What up? Dropping in late, says Heath S2R. Second Shift Racing says, remember the doctor at Hudson Mod Nats that was running 11s? Long story short, for thumb and tune, pulled 14 degrees, fixed it, and ran 985 Paxton 2200 on 11 pounds stock Gen 1 and stock fans. That was Doctor and Hudson. Oh, okay, I don't know what he means there. He kind of confused the shit out of me there, that whole sentence. I've been thinking about getting their L1, but honestly, if I'm going to spend the money, L2 is for me. Yes, if you're going to buy a return style fuel system, just get the better of the two if it's only a couple $100 difference. Come on, guys. And on the side of the roll, not on a lift. Thank you. Not on a lift. Not on a lift. Take from the bottom. From the bottom? No, from the top, from the engine bay, bent over, pushing on that coolant hose, taking the charge pipe off. That's what has to happen. It's a tremendous piece of work. Without the cover on the bottom, the windage plastic crap, I've seen Brian do it in 5 minutes. Do it from the top. Do it from the top and not Brian. Brian has done 1,000 of them. Do it from the top and not Brian and film that shit. No fucking way it's 15 minutes. Sorry, it's not 15 minutes. This motherfucker right here was a pulley change. Yeah, that was awesome. Nice little bruise because I'm stupid. But again, I stopped wrenching for a living. So it's like, okay, it's new. What? I don't know. There's no instructions. Let me figure this out. Boy, it ain't as easy as people make it look. Guys, almost as bad as a TVS belt change. A TVS belt change, you got to undo the Fiat bracket, the old system, like on a Roush. I don't know if VMP fixed their shit. Which handles better, an IRS Cobra and Evan the 14 GT? A wagon, a fucking horse pulling a wagon handles better than a fucking IRS Cobra. Are you fucking insane? A Super Coupe handles better than a fucking Cobra with an IRS. Are you psycho? Change that belt on a hot car. Thank you. I got burned. People think, like people, American Muscle and CJ Pony Parts. What are you guys doing? Drinks a fucking IPA. Let's put on this catback. And it's like perfect. And it's like so much room and so much light. And then you do it in your garage on the ground and you're like, why did I think to do this? Why did I think to do this? Every time I rent out my car, I bust my knuckles. Picked some video or it never happened. It takes $2,000 to make a 9904 Cobra IRS handle well. Like a horse and buggy on the small tire guys. The guy asked me if a fucking Cobra handles well. Better than an 11 to 14 GT. Not even close. The 11 to 14 GT is, look, the Cobra is the best a Fox body can do. You know what I mean? Like that is the best Ford could make a Fox body handle, and they make good power. So it's a Fox body, just the most refined Fox body. I can't wait until you guys think Fox bodies are crazy in prices. Wait until maybe 10 to 15 years where 03, 04 Cobras are going to go across the block. And then you're going to see all those stupid arguments all over again. Which one was the most rare Cobra? The silver one, the yellow one, the Mr. Chrome, the Chromey Dick, the idiot, the blue, the yellow, the green. Stupid. That's how I felt doing headers. Never again I will pay someone to do it. Hey, Alex, I inquired to the VE3 catalog kit, and I'm trying to figure out an N-gauge, and I think I'm going to go Haltech. Motherfucker's going Haltech. Don't Pro Mods do Haltech? What the fuck are you doing? Are you insane? Are you insane? Having a weird issue with my 13 VMP car. Idle drops down, catches itself, and will rev slightly higher, then go down normal. VMP said log look fine. Should I be worried or investigate further? Because I have a lot of experience and I had that vehicle for a very long time, it is 100% tune related. I will give you a hint. It's idle air related. It's torque-based decel related. So we have a file that fixes it. It's called, we literally call it the TVS junk fix something. Because every time a guy blips the throttle, because you guys, for whatever reason, like to blip the throttle. You guys are like, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Why? But that's okay. It should not stall. So it should be tune related. Are they logging idle air? Ask them if they're logging idle air. And if they're not logging that, how are they going to adjust it? If they're not logging that, I'm not trying to give too much away, but there is something there. Not because I'm trying. Look, I could say, oh, it's the tune. It fucking sucks. Come to us, and then I look like a fucking Lund fucking cheerleader. I love Lund. I work for Lund, but in that sense, if they were to log idle air, it might help them. That's the only hint I'm going to give them. For the belt change, have you seen Schrader Performance saying you can leave the two spaces that trap the belt out and just bolt the idler pulley to the rear bracket? Help tremendously. Yes, Trevor Pence. I did that. I totally did that. I went to the Schrader Performance video. Shout out to Schrader Performance. And they ended up, that little video was a nice little cheat code to fucking with the belts. No problem. Solid shots 23. Burnt clutch sauce. My car does that on a flex tune. The flex tune, guys, we will not adjust that out of the way. There is finicky things that the flex tune does on Gen 3 that it doesn't do on Gen 1 or Gen 2. Number one is the fucking learning. Sometimes it just takes forever. So I just tell people, look, use the flex tune as a transitional tune. Dude, use the flex tune as a transitional tune, meaning when you transfer from one fuel to the next, just use it for that. It'll drive fine. It'll be good. Then when it hasn't learned, but it shows a high alcohol percentage, then you can flash your E85R tune and you should be good to go. Trevor Pence, we tried that and started popping belts. I have not popped the belt since I've done that. Now, that's just, I didn't remove a tensioner. I just removed the bolt because it's like extra. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. It wasn't a tensioner. Alex, S197, need to replace the upper strut mounts. Might as well add new struts. Do you recommend adding different springs or keep stock? Weekend car with occasional track times, keep them stock. Weekend car, you chill out with. Once in a while, go to the track, keep them stock. Don't go too crazy. Alex, I want to pull the trigger on a set of ultimate headers, long tubes, and a Lund tune for my 20 A10 PP1, but I don't have a laptop or a computer. Am I SOL for the tune? Stay on 93 pump. Yes. Yeah, you're fucked. The app might work for you, the TDN app that HP Tuners has, but I don't have any experience with it. So maybe the guys at Lund might be able to help you out with that. Excuse me. VMP gave me a tune after I bought my blower, and it just didn't run right after numerous attempts. And I found another tuner, and it ran fine. They keep saying the log looks fine. I know. I shouldn't even read that, but you're saying it, not me. Is Gen 3 worth it over Gen 2 for a daily? They're about the same price right now. Auto versus auto. Yeah. Look, the 10R80 doesn't drive great. It drives really shitty. Let's be honest. The 10R80, if you guys own a 10R80 and you take off cold with a 10R80, it drives like fucking trash. But daily, it's faster than Gen 2. Generally, you'll have a better time with it. It's 2022. How do you not have a computer? Exactly. People just live off their phone. I got people that are like, hey, how come I can't download it on my phone? I'm like, download it off your phone. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I just got a text, make sure everyone's good. Don't want anyone to be hurt or anything. Changing his secretary belt on a Terminator sucks donkey dick. He said that twice. How the fuck do you have a PP1 without a computer? Buy an ultra cheap laptop just for tunes and logging. Asus, whatever, laptop, $300. You'd be good to go. I've used the TDN app. I believe they still have to finish the flashing, logging for protected tunes, but it works great on our Durango, and we flashed and logged. Works great. There you go. The 10 already sucks in morning. Almost sounds like it slips. Yep. My 1, 2, and 4, 5, they sound like they're going to trash. I'm going to do a relearn, see if it helps. Once protected tunes are set up, it'll work great, says Beefcake Racing. My 21 GTM T82 on 85 Lund tune as a daily is fun as hell to rip around in. Been since 1997. Says, why don't you get a 4-level on Tuesday? Because I don't want a fucking fuel system for a daily. What the fuck? How many times have I said that I don't want to make that car a race car? Got a GT500. I'm building a Fairmont. The truck's going to end up being a fucking race truck. Now I got to put a level 1 fuel system in the bitch. I'll rip the blower right out the motherfucker and go back to NA and shut my fucking whore mouth. I am not going to make that car a race car. It's going to be a nice daily. And if I at 10 PSI, I can shove C16 in it, I'm happy. Oh, what you got a level 1 fuel system? I don't need that because then I'm going to be tempted. I am a crackhead when it comes to that shit. I'm a fucking crackhead. If I get a fuel system in that car, now I got to install it. Now E85 is $4 a gallon in my area. I'll repeat that shit. E85 is $4 a gallon in my area. It is simply not going to happen for that car. Beefcake Grayson says, do 342s and Starlight lines, 9085 rated. Do 342s and Starlight lines. I don't know what the hell he just said. You can do it in Android phone if you know how to use it. Change your USB port settings from charging to data. Boom, forward more performance. I've had people that have been on the side of the road with a phone, logging, using the removable SD in here and sending logs here. And y'all motherfuckers out there with your iPhones, like, how do I receive a log? I don't know nothing because I have an iPhone because it was designed for grandparents and babies. Just jumped in and someone pissed off Alex. $4 a gallon. It was $1.69 when Papi Trump was in office. And then
we say bye-bye
to the good gas prices because you guys didn't like me.
Get the fuck out of here because I'm
stupid.
Fuck you
Anyone on this chat that voted for Biden can fuck off. Like, unlike my shit, fuck off forever. Fuck that political correct shit. If you voted for Byron, get the fuck off my shit. Forever. I don't need you. Fuck out of here. You're working against me. E85 is just as expensive as premium pump gas here, $370. Anyone know of a part number? For a head gasket, Gen 2 Coyote heads with a Gen 1 Voodoo block? No idea. I love seeing the Biden stickers when I fill up. They're everywhere. Unbelievable. Voted red. Let's go, Byron, says Jay Beza. Tuning with my LS wideband, got a wire and stupid ProLink and all this extra garbage. I see what you mean about some tuning applications and all the wires out the ass. Thank you, Vincent Mirdala. A lot of people think, oh, what? Okay, I got to buy $1,000 tuning package with an RTD. Well, that's fucking bullshit. And then your non-wideband LS bro fucking bumblebee piece of shit Camaro, you have to have wires coming out of your asshole to be able to data log with a wideband. It's fucking dumb shit. All the Biden voters speak out now. We got to know who is an op. Bro, you an op, I'm going to find them shits and get up in them guts. I got you start hearing that shit, we coming. Come to the block. Oh, man. I hate stainless braided lines. Screw putting that together. I felt like a diabetic with how much my fingers got pricked, says Gordon Kemmerling. It's not that bad. It's not terrible. Buy a used USB OTG cable on the go with a USB SD reader, and it's basically a mini PC. Nice. If you say, so you say no to level 1 fuel system, what about level 2? Oh my God. Holy shit, guys. God, oh my God. I can't. He thinks I said no to a level 1 fuel system because I don't recommend it. As opposed to, I don't want to buy any fuel system for the car because I want to keep it as stock as possible. Stock half shafts, stock drive shaft, nice 20-inch wheels, boost. And when I want to race somebody, C16 and a fucking race tune, and it'll be a roll race gay machine. What do you think about level 69, says Burritos? I don't, look, all 4 innovation shit is badass, period. I don't want a level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want anything in the white car because now I am mostly going to use pump gas in it. And a stock fuel pump should be enough for that, even at 10 PSI. And if it's not, I'll make something up. But the moment I start putting dual pumps in the bitch, I'm going to want to put E85 in it. Then it's going to have fucking Bellax, non-beadlock, because they're lighter. I'm going to have a drive shaft in the bitch. I'm going to have fucking $2,000 axles in the motherfucker. And now you know what I got? Sasso, a 4th fucking race car. No, thank you. Most of you guys go broke. Most of you guys go broke building 1 race car. Joe Steele in the house. How you doing, Joe Steele? Nice to see you again. Wow. So Alex, okay. I heard the whole rant. I heard everything you said.
Pinche 956 a la verga.
So you don't recommend level 1? You recommend level 2?
Pero pinche 956 a la verga.
How did you get that out of that sentence? Unreal. Soge, now you got $100,000 Mustang GT. Exactly, Joey G. That'll get its ass kicked by a 10R with 14 PSI. And I got this race ass dumb shit, like a dumbass, looking like a clown. Where's that clown meme that says he's gonna keep it stuck, buys a blower, C16, buys a level 2 fuel system, Bellax, blah, 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 you know, and the progression to the full clown makeup. No, thank you. Next question you'll get asked is, what fuel system? Say it with me for innovations. Hey, Alex. Órale, home. I'm a big fan. I've been listening since the YOLO days. What do you think about the blah, blah, blah budget fuel system? You haven't been listening. I'm surprised you boosted the white car. I mean, look, it was free. Lund Racing had a blower sticking around. I put it in there. It made 700 wheel on pump gas. Fuel pump was chilling, has a boosted pump. Things are fine. Then one day, number 7 goes. Number 7 decided
and we
to
say
say,
bye-bye.
Put a new engine in it. Now the fuel pump doesn't keep up. I think I have a boost leak because it's not generating anything more than 1.5 load. So I think I have a boost leak somewhere that I got to figure out. Dude, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Alex, I know you recommend stage 1, but I got a Siley instead. I'm seeing fueling issues. Is it the tune? Exactly. That's exactly how they sound. That is exactly how they sound. Alex, I know you recommended a 4 Innovations fuel system, but I got a Siley one and I'm experiencing fueling issues. Do you think you can fix it in the tune? Beefcake says, fun fact, 1957 Thunderbird F-Code came with a Paxton supercharger from the factory. Look at him go. Hey, Alex, I'm following your flex fine tune instructions per the email, and right not the percentage is close to 70%, but the flag still 0. I have drove like 10 miles. Hey, Alex, I'm following your flex fine tune instructions per the email, and right not the percentage is close to 70%, but the flag still 0. I have drove like 10 miles. Because he's a customer, the flex tune has issues learning. Okay. Log it at 70%, right? Get low again, refill with the E85, and then log the E85R tune. Bada bing, bada boom. It's over. Because he's a customer, I'm not going to trip on him. I don't want to be, Alex went and said some bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? I have drove it. Oh, fuck me. He is a customer. Also eats crayon, says 50 Steve. Billy Heaton. Hey, Alejandro. I'll see if you get my message about Ford's new transmission on Instagram. To me, that seems like a clusterfuck. I do not want to mess with that. That's what I mean, Billy Heaton. Thank you for get me that. Why in the fuck would you want to put a strain gauge on a shifter and a clutch pedal for launches? Make it an auto, make it gay. Or keep it manual. People like clutching in between shifts. There's a little dance we do. There's a dance that we do. Some of you, sometimes I don't got to go all the way to first when I'm slinking in the parking lot, man. Sometimes I short shift stuff. Sometimes I like that pedal being in there. Sometimes I slip the clutch a certain way. Man, I don't know. Stupid. What happens in the chat stays in the chat, says Faster Rider. Yeah, bullshit. They go right after my job. That is, guys, real quick warning. If you're ever going to get in the industry, if you ever have issues with anyone in the industry, the first thing they'll do is go after your job because they want you out of it. If you're a problem, if you are someone that rattles the cage, someone that doesn't toe the line, someone that doesn't say, I think these red suspension parts are the best things ever. I'm going to call revalved Vikings that you can revalve at home something else. Really? So once you start talking like that in the industry, real talk, and try to save you guys money and be good about it, they go after your job. So even on this chat, I have said something to some people, man, shut the fuck up, stupid. And you know what they do? They hit up my boss as if this has anything to do with my boss. Imagine you're playing a pickup basketball game, right? And you cross over a motherfucker, nutmeg that motherfucker, and bah! And they call your boss. Hey, man, Alex nutmegged my shit. I broke my left ankle, and he dunked in my face. Fire him. That's exactly what you motherfuckers are doing. Super sticker. Mr. Omar Rivera gave me a super sticker. Thank you very much. Can't speak freely. If you're a trusted voice of reason, it's sad to hurt someone in their wallet. What's your opinion of 355 gears on an FBO E85 Gen 1 6R80 car? Ooh, they're fine. I mean, they're fine. I don't know the tire size matters more to me if it's 28 or 26, but it'll have some zip better than the 315. I had 373s in that setup, and it fucking was awesome. Clutchless manual transmissions are old tech. I used torque converter on a Elenco for years. Says Tu Loco 16. FKA track. Thank you very much. Let me revalve some Vikings and call it something else. Vikings. They're called Vikings. But you know what? Viking goes, I want to sell shit. Call it whatever the fuck you want. Call it whatever the fuck you want. Revalving a shock is the easiest fucking thing on the planet. Like cake. There is no sauce. There is no sauce. Burrito says, Stangmo definitely emailed London a few days ago. I don't think so. I would have heard about it, I think. Alex, how's drivability tuning off the torque-based D-cell? On the manual? Not a problem. Not a problem. I've crossed someone over there playing street ball, and they started swinging. Nutmeg that motherfucker, hit the ball off their forehead, and they call your boss, bro. They call your boss. No. That was a dude in blue. People that go after others' jobs are sad little people that can't manage their own lives and try to control someone else's. Kylon. I can tell you used to hoop, Alex. Crossover was nasty. Hello. Getting my like, and I will rewind and watch from the beginning. Thank you, Bill Morrison. Thank you very much. Alex, do you think there's much of a difference between the 555R and the 005R on the street? The 005R is trash. I'd rather do the 555R too because I have them and they hook, guys. Again, I'm only making about 9 to 10 PSI, which is about close to 650. So I should get that bitch on the dyno, see what it makes. But I want to fix the boost leak first. I think I have a boost leak. Beefcake, have you ever heard of an intercooler leaking? I'm going to pressurize the charge system, block off where the blower goes and when the throttle body charge pipe goes, pressurize it and see if there's any pressure drop. Tier 1 Auto Care says, hey, Alex, I got a light cloud of blue smoke when I go watt on the 85. Car has 19,000 miles and has been tuned by y'all, since 1,000 miles. Any idea what it could be? You're burning oil. Now, do you have a catch can in the car? Could be rings, could be just, I don't want to say valve seals because that's rare on a Coyote, but it's possible, but you're definitely burning oil. Talked to Junior this past weekend. That dude is gold. That is legit. Junior's legit. I'm standoffish in person. I'll be honest. Wow, sorry. I am standoffish in person. I'm probably not going to talk to you in person. I want to be left alone. I want to be left alone half of the time. Half of the time, I want to be left alone. So get those likes in. No problem. Doing a watt log if the flag is still 0. No, sir. No problem. What size tire for an NA combo with 373 is S197, 305 45 17s, or 275 60 15? Same as boosted. Michael Nunn, the guy who got me this laptop. Thank you so much. This bitch is bad. I appreciate you, man. Got me a good deal too. Why would it matter if the intercooler leaked? Just wondering. What? Y'all want to read that? You guys want to read that? Gordon Kemmerling. What happens if the intercooler leaks? I feel like a teacher and one of my students gets an F-. And I go, are you even listening? Is everything I'm saying in vain? How can I teach these kids? Alex, it's before the math, so it shouldn't matter, right? So if the intercooler has a leak and boost is dependent on air not getting out of the charge system, how can I teach these kids? I don't know how to get through to them. Wow. That is the comment of the month. Delete the math. Problem. Mexico Racing League in the house. By the way, Mexico Racing League, I want to talk to you. You're going to be on deck because Mr. Clunkerton was not able to make it. So we'll see if I can interview you. Because you're going to be a long interview. Just delete the math, Holmes. What? How can I teach? Hey, Alex, look. I have an idea. If you have a boost leak on a TVS between the blower and the intercooler, just delete the intercooler. Duh. Gotta love that shit. Oh, that's the best comment of the plot. That's the best thing. What's up, Alex? How's the fam? Oh, look at me. We got Tony Cam in the house. Oh, look at Tony stretching out, showing up to the chat, sitting the fuck down like a boss that he is. Come say hi, little man. Come say hi to us. No, you don't want to say hi? You don't want to say hi? Fuck you. There you go, little man. Bro, I feel for you right now. DJ, that's the comment of the year. Woo, he just said that shit. Like, even Tony woke up and said, wait, what the fuck did he say? Did he say that if it's pre-math, it doesn't matter? So what if there's coolant on a track? It's before the wall. Shit, bro. He said it's before the wall, son. Shit. Cobra had a JLT catch cam, but Car had Cobra JLT catch cam, but now running a valve cover breather and UPR oil cap breather when it blows blue smoke. Doesn't blow blue smoke heavily when what? Just see it in my rear view. Usually when you let off. So it's probably the rings, son. Tony's in the house saying hello. Cute little guy. Tony Cam is great. Gotta love Tony Cam, guys. I worked really hard to get this. I literally just had to hit a button and I'm like, oh, I have another cam. So let's get him centered on the shot. Let's get him nice and centered. There you go, little man. It's hilarious how Tony hangs out right in front of the camera. Leaks in general are never good, but it's before the math. It's all good, son. Just fucking send that shit. Alex, why are you seeing? You used to see 2 O load on a 3-3 pulley. Now you only see 1-5. It's before the math. No big deal. I like your flooring. Hey, it's the apartment complex. It's actually every single time someone comes in here, this is bougie flooring, and I'm like, this is. Well, it's not considered a vacuum leak then, right? That's why I. You ever see someone that digs a hole and then they start digging themselves deeper? Oh man, bro. Oh, I love you. I love you, Gordon. It's a boost leak. It's not I don't have a lean condition, Gordon. I have a lack of boost condition. And if it's leaking boost by the intercooler, similar to like a radiator leak, then guess what? I'm not going to get all the boost I want into the engine. Do you understand? When the math before the radiator goes bad, it affects the oil pressure in a negative way, says JLPZ. Oof, man, he's getting roasted like a motherfucker. Thank you so much for that comment, though, man. Even Tony looked up right away. My car does start. What? My car doesn't start. What do I do? I have no idea. Homeboy, like, you want a bottle? I'll play with the bottle, buddy. Here you go. Oh, look at your eyes. Here you go. Come on. Here. There you go. His eyes got really big when he saw that bottle. I love my little puppy. We need heart rate monitor. Yeah, I understand. I forgot about boost leaks. How can I teach these kids? Sheesh. Alex, how much different is a stock 1080 going to feel compared to a midnight twin turbo 1080? Sometimes I can't even wrap my head around it. My stock one feels fast, but it's a dud. Wait, you think your car's going to go faster with a built 1080? But is your car boosted? Yeah, okay. It says love boost. Okay, so the shifts are just going to happen where they're supposed to happen. Think about that. If your current trans slips at 800 wheel, the midnight trans won't. If you listen to the video of him running 8s in the draggy with a truck, with a draggy timing system, the shifts sound crispy. So make sure that depending on your power level, it won't slip and it'll just perform better. I don't think if your stock trans is flying and hitting the good shifts, you don't got to worry about it. If it sometimes slams the limiter, if it sometimes blows past the shift point, if it sometimes slips the gear, then it's time for a built trans. We need the heart rate monitor, says Budget Racing. Oh, man. I only get the blue smoke during watt and not when I let off. The car still pulls like a freight train, so I see no knocker misfiring during watt. Oh, then are you sure you're not actually leaking something, Tier 1 Auto Care, onto the header? That sounds suspect as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, meaning, are you leaking oil from the breather onto the header and you see it from behind the car? Because do you sometimes get oil on your coil covers? Do you sometimes get oil on your coil covers? Because that can make its way to the header and it'll just burn and you'll have blue smoke at wide open throttle where you're at high RPMs and the oil pressure is high and it's gushing oil into the breather area. Have you ever heard about valve coking? If so, explain. Valve coking? You mean like when someone doesn't change their oil and it becomes coked up like nasty globby shit? I've heard about it, but I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Intercooler is not leaking. It's spraying the block to keep it cool. Alex, you're not going to check out Sick Week? Nah, it's not my thing. I don't like the name. I don't like anything about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Drag Week, and it's the same thing. I think Sick Week is good for the community in sport, but I don't know. I just don't care. It's kind of hard to explain. To me, Drag Week has an allure. Sick Week's fine. Again, I'm not talking negatively about it, but first of all, I don't like the name. I don't like the name. Sick Week. I know there's a magazine. I know Bailey. That's fine. I just don't care. There's certain things that you just don't even grab your attention. And it's popular though. Look, a lot of people were watching live streams. A lot of people are watching it. Good. I want them to be super successful. I want that to happen. I personally don't care. Personally do not care. I don't want to watch racing, guys. If I want to watch racing, it'll be World Cup or badass shit or like a Ducks race. You know what I mean? I want to be like wowed. I don't want to see 1050 index classes, 850 index classes, 9 something in this 10.0, and I don't want to see that shit. I'm good. Rona week. Can synthetic oil do that? I had a speed shop boss talk about valve coking and lure customers in with nutshell blasting. No. Usually a synthetic oil will dissipate after a while. It kind of goes away after a little bit. You know what I mean? Try putting a synthetic oil on a diesel. It's just gone. At what power level does the 10R80 start to slip or fail versus a 6R80? 6R80, the biggest weak point, I think, in stock form are the forward shaft and the forward planetary. Now, you get tuners that will enable torque reduction to make it live a long time. Then you're going to be replacing clutches every season. Every season, you're going to be replacing clutches if you race it often and you enable a lot of torque reduction in between the shifts. I'd rather slam it in a gear, beef up the parts that need to be beefed up. So in stock form, you can, Omar Garza went 940s in a 3,700 pound car, stock transmission. We have customers that have gone low nines in similar form with the transmission, but then the forward planet just says bye-bye.
And we say bye-bye.
It's gone, or the forward shaft, depending on how heavy the vehicle is. So I think they're similar, but I think the 6R80 is more robust based on what the current aftermarket has to offer. That makes sense, Alex. I notice shit smoking from the headers when I come to a stop from underneath the hood. I'll get a log for you just to be sure in a month or two. Thanks again. You got it. See, boys, when you get older, the less fucks you give. Yeah, I just don't care. Nutshells, what I do, nutshell blasting is what I do with my lady. What do you think about sandbaggers? They're the cancer of the sport. Look, it's bracket racing. But sandbaggers, to me, okay, sandbaggers. Do you mean people that go to Texas 2K, know they can run a 770 on their worst pass, dial it back to an 820 to be in the B class, and then they have a 3/10 cushion and can then just go and win the race, be within the breakout? That's just good. I mean, that's just, they know their combo well, and it's good. But I don't like that. I like a run what you brung, give it all you got type shit. But then the problem is if you sandbag to get into the C class and then you run a fucking 6, if there's no breakout, then people start fucking going nuts. I don't like sandbaggers that sandbag on purpose. And who does? Hell, the name alone has a negative connotation. Sandbag is sandbagging. Just give it all you got. Race me with everything. But I understand why they do it. I just don't agree with it. That's all. I just don't agree with it. Look, I think racing fucking sucks, okay? Racing fucking sucks because of that. Because of that. The only, even grudge racing is full of shit. Hey, give me this. Give me a lane. Give me a car. Give me the back tire. 400 on 1,000. This and I'm like, oh, run heads up. Leave on green. A chase is not a race. I mean, what happened? What happened to racing? Racing became fucking gay. Like ever since after Pinks. Fucking gay. Like everything is gay about it. And I don't give a fuck about it. There's a lot of that nowadays. You see, the rat finally went. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ruby at sick week. Now who cares, bro? Buy dirt. The most action is no time events, in my opinion. No bullshit. There's no time events have their drama too. You know what? You know what's funny? I saw big wheel racing. Now that's gonna become fucked up too. But right now, it's in its, I don't want to say infancy. It's been around for a while. Some guy won $40,000 in a Cutlass here locally at Palm Beach International Raceway in a big wheel racing event. Heads up, run what you brung, 26s minimum. You got to have 26-inch wheels minimum. Everything else, whatever the fuck you got. And I'm telling you, the final race was won by a cunt hair. and it was a Cutlass, a G body. What a video. You had Impalas, you had Caprices, you had everything, turbo, big block, nitrous, supercharged. It was awesome to watch. Street Outlaw ruined grudge racing. I'm saying Ruby at Sick Week right now is an example of sandbagging. Oh. No. They have a thing called kilometers, a 850 index class, meaning you cannot run quicker than 850, right? Because of the cage restriction. A lot of these people are not willing to put I don't know, 25, whatever the fuck. I'm terrible with that shit. A lot of people, hold on, let me see. A lot of people are not willing to completely redo the whole fucking thing to go faster than 850 legally. So they made an 850 index class situation. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thanks for the info, Alex. Pinks, remember that tool who ran the show? Yes, all those. Oh my God, Izzy R. Oh my God, Izzy R. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro? You psycho? Man, you better delete that comment. Shit, so it doesn't show up on the chat. No preps are aids too. Sometimes ice drag racing is interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to see if I can get someone on the horn to interview because I have a couple of guys in line. I'll try to get you that probably Sunday or sometime next week. Once a week, we're going to do some kind of interviews. And then I'll be on tomorrow now on the Peasant Chat giveaway. It'll be cookies. That's right. I know it's not a draggy, but Oh My God Cookies was nice enough to say, hey, we'll give away 3 cookies each giveaway. I might even do tomorrow. Who the hell knows? And then announce the winner on the Peasant Chat, then do another on the Peasant Chat. Who knows? We'll see what the people at Oh My God Cookies come up with. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the afternoon for the YDBT Daily, and we'll hang out then. Have a good night. See you guys later.